What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another run here in American Truck Simulator. Today, another set of doubles, and this one is really 3 trailers in one. It's on the Steam Workshop. It comes from Habdorn, and what he's done here is he's got the Midland trailers here, the TW3500 side dump and the SL2000 end dump. And they're both available in separate versions, as well as a B train like we have here. So there's the end dump and there's the side dump. Yet again, for me, unfortunately, not another combination that is normally found here in Illinois. The end dump one here, yes, but not that side dump. So, man, we are really screwed here in this state. Well, more ways than one. But anyway, that's a topic for a different conversation. And so, decided to pull out with this one since I just did the Genesis trailers, so I wanted to show off another version of what you guys have available. So just like with the Genesis, you are available to go ahead and pull these as singles, but and the Genesis does have another version, which is the long 48-footer like I had told you guys I showed off weeks back. But this one here is 2 different trailers, as you can see right there. They are both available as singles, so if you want to pull the side dump as a single, you can. You want to pull that one as a single, you can as well. And I almost did that, but I wanted to show these off at the same time. So that's pretty much it. Let's see, he's got it as standalone, 5 axles, advanced coupling, yes. Landing gear animation, yes. Collisions, yes. Color selection, yes. Colors are red and blue. There are 4 different types of loads, and errors, none. So, great work from Habdorn. Really looking forward to pulling this thing. I have not gone out on the road with it yet. Leaving here at Coastline Mining outside Santa Maria, going over to Barstow to the Union Pacific. So, what's the cargo? Gravel. That's it. Simple. So, got the T660 working here. I had some issues with this truck. When I've been wanting to pull this thing again, or use this thing again, and the problem was every time I selected the wood grain dash interior, my game just completely crashes. And so this time I did not select the wood grain interior. I just have a basic looking interior. So I really don't know. It comes up as W900 errors, but you know, I don't know. I imagine the truck is slightly out of date. This game has updated a handful of times since this truck was released, so maybe an update is needed. But, you know, hey, it's working right now, so. Rolling with the day cab version with the orange construction look on it. And speaking of orange, I've been kind of contemplating changing my main color from the green that I've always had to orange. Come on now. You know, I chose green when I started this over a year ago because it's my favorite color. And so lately I've been kind of thinking, okay, well, you know, maybe it's time I change it up here. I've been wanting to do some extra work on the channel here. You know, change up banners and whatever else. And, you know, Moose and I have been talking, and he's in the process of doing his. And, well, I've just been flat out lazy. So, I'm thinking about making some changes here, and it's just a question of when I get around to it. But, yeah, I've been kind of tossing around the idea of going with orange. So, you guys tell me what you think, or, you know, should I stay with the green, or should I go with the orange and use that as my main color, orange and white? I kind of like the green and white look, but, you know, I could go either way with it, so let me know in the comments what you guys think. No guarantee I'm going to do what you guys suggest, but, you know, opinions are valued. Engine, let's see, I forgot to mention that right off the bat. I've got a Cat C15 500 horsepower underneath the hood right now. I was going to run with a Cummins ISX, but I was like, you know what? No, there's no DEF tank in there or anything. Let's run with the cat. Let's go with that. I didn't see how much I weigh right now. 78,000 pounds. I really do like this T660, and there is a 389 available. It is on the Facebook group American Mods Nation, but and I do have it. I have not used it yet. I have not even installed it in the game because honestly I'm waiting for it to go on to mod sites, and Sybaris said he was going to put it on a mod site. It hasn't happened yet, and so I'll wait for him to put it out there, but he's already doing updates to it. He's already making some changes, so that might be why it is not out there yet. So if you guys wish to stay away from Facebook groups, like I would suggest you do, you know, just patiently wait. It will eventually be out here. Like I said, I'm sure it will probably see the light of day when he is done updating it, so no need to rush it or push or anything like that. Until then, we do have this 660, which is the sister truck to it, so the 386 will be out here soon. I'm pretty sure of that. Hopefully not too far off in a distant future. Shifting in this is just so damn slow. I hate it. That's one thing Moose and I were discussing during our last ATS. Was it Moose? I know it was discussed during a live stream, and it might have been with Moose while we were playing 7 days or something. Who knows? But we were talking about the shifting, and yeah, I could fly shift it like this. No clutch there, just fly shift it. And sometimes, yeah, you are going to hear grinding and stuff like that. I don't do it very often. Mainly because in the game here, it's just a timing thing. Whereas in the real world, you know, you feel it. Yeah, it is a timing thing as well, but you can feel the shifter and where it's at, and, you know, are you going to have to use the clutch to get it back in, or are you going to have to use the throttle? You know, all that comes with experience. But without having the ability to feel the shifter and the transmission, and just, you know, having all that feel, that tactile contact of everything, for me just makes it difficult, but then again, also just not that satisfying. It doesn't provide me with that feel, so, you know, that's why I don't do it often. I usually end up using the clutch and just clutching it, and, you know, that's that. But the way the game is set up with the shifting, you know, like it was right there when I was going through first through fourth, I was already in the gear before the game indicated I was in the gear. So a whole second, I'm already in gear and the game is still lagging behind, because that's just the way the mechanics are for the game here. And it's just annoying as hell for me. I can shift faster than what the game says I can do. And it just, one of the many things that just irks me with the game. And I don't know if we're able to have free will here, you know, if the shifting is limited because of the shifter itself or the game, and, you know, if that's something that was built in, okay, the average shift is going to take, you know, such and such seconds, and, you know, that's why a lot of times you hear the grinding from, if you've watched the videos enough, you'll hear the grinding. It's because I'm already in gear, but the game says I'm not. So, now when I'm sitting stationary, it's nice and quick. Pretty much instant. But when I get driving though, not so much. I'll try to mention it when I get into 4th. Now, yep, see? Going from 4 to 5, same thing, delayed. Going from low to high is instant. Going from 5 high to 6 low. And there we go. I just, why? I really would like to know why that is. Is there a delay in the game to keep you from shifting too fast? Is it, I really don't understand, and I would really like to try to understand the basics for that. It's probably a question that not only SCS can answer. See, I was downshifted too fast and it was grinding. It's just one of the many things that just irks me. Alright, enough bitching about that. Just be happy you have the game. Why, when there's so many others? So has this game been replaced by anything else for you guys? I know I've asked before what other games you playing, or do you still play this religiously, things like that. But has the game been replaced as your #1 game by anything else? You know, I've mentioned before, I don't play, and I've had people like all heartbroken when they hear it. You know, I don't play this game unless I'm recording it or streaming it. That's it. That's just plain and simple of it. I've been burnt out on the game, and you know, I don't have any interest in playing it unless I'm doing something like this for you guys. You know, so what is your guys' opinion? What other games have you moved into? I mean, is ATS still your #1 game, your only game? You know, what other game that's out there that had, you know, that might have overtaken ATS as your primary player? For me, I'd have to say PUBG. PUBG has overtaken it. It's 7 days though. I do enjoy playing it. I was on our multiplayer server yesterday trying to catch up. I had been so far behind because I get home and I play PUBG right away. So, and there's other games I really need to get back into. Factorio, for one, I enjoy playing that. Planet Coaster, I have not played enough of that. Prison Architect is another game that I haven't played. And these are not games I'm going to be streaming or playing for you guys, but you know, they're just games that I like to play when I'm not doing anything else. I mean, I've got a nice selection of games. Medieval Engineers is a game that I have via my son, and I've played like all of 5 minutes on, you know, and that's a game I've been wanting to play. I just never get around to doing it. So I bought no games during the summer sale. No games at all. Is that good or bad? I mean, really, none of them interested me, to be quite honest. None of them really, you know, made me salivate, you know? How you get that mouth-watering thing going on when you think of steaks or pizza or burgers or something like that, you know? You do that Homer Simpson, kind of drool. And, you know, none of them really did that for me with this summer sale and what's available out there on Steam. So I was fine with what I have, and that's it. Now there are games coming out in the future. I will, you know, go all Homer about it. You know, I'll do that. You know, Red Dead 2, for example. That's a game I will, you know, dehydrate from drooling so much about. I'm really looking forward to that one. Destiny 2. In fact, for those who have a PS4, and this is beginning of July as I'm doing this, so you've got a week, I think, or just over. PS4 people are going to have an open beta. I think I saw it's July 18th, but you know, you guys might want to check that out first to be sure if I'm correct on that or not. But open beta is coming out for Destiny 2 soon for you PS4 people, so if you've got it, go for it. I'm not going to get it for PS4. I'm probably going to go for PC with it. But if it does turn out the accounts are transferable between both, maybe I will go for the PS4 version and, you know, then play on PC when that comes out. I don't know if there's going to be delay on the PC what or not. I have not really looked that closely. I know Red Dead 2, unfortunately, is only for Xbox and PC, or Xbox and PS4. So that one I will be playing on the PS4, and I will probably stream it. If I'm going to record it, I'm going to have to get a capture device or something like that. So I think that's going to be something that is going to be stream only. And I have not read if that's going to be cross-platform, so Xbox players can play with PS4 players. And that'd be great if I can get part of the crew. You know, if they're all going to be all over Red Dead as well, you know, they can get into that, and it doesn't matter what system they're on, we can all play together. And I've also recently started saving up for my PC build, get my desk built, get my streaming PC built. Moose actually just bought, it's a really old, outdated, it's like an i7 3700 something, for his streaming PC. And why are we all jumping over? Is the merge? Yep, there's the merge coming up. It's something I've been wanting to do, you know, take, you know, it's streaming and playing on one PC is pretty hard. It's hard on the PC. Come on, come on, come on. You kind of need to have a higher-end PC to pull it off and have a good result on both ends, both the game-wise and the stream-wise. So I'd like to be able to separate that. And so building a custom desk with a custom enclosure and getting the monitors and stuff like that, it's not going to be cheap. So I've started putting aside money to do all that. And I have no idea what the cost is going to be just yet, but I think we're talking probably well over $2,000, probably 2,500 bucks. I mean, the monitor and the video card alone are gonna be like 1,800 bucks. Now I can save a little bit of money because I'm gonna be going with an i5 instead of an i7. i5 is a better overall gaming CPU than the i7. The i7's got hybrid threading, but really very, very few games, you know, really need that. So, you know, going with an i7 isn't always your best bet. An i5 will, you know, the 7600, for example, will do just fine. But, you know, in my case here, an i7 is needed because of the streaming and the, you know, multitasking. But if I'm going to kick all that off to another PC, then an i5 will do just fine. I don't rule out Ryzen. I really don't. Getting a Ryzen 7 or a Ryzen 5, you know, prices are really cheap on those compared to an i5 or an i7. So that is another option for me. So I guess that's another question for you guys that you can put in the chat. I mean, I'm just leaving a lot of stuff out there for you. Do I stay Team Blue or do I go Team Red? Now, I know if Mobius watches this, he'll be all caps Team Red. And I know they're still making updates to the Ryzen chips as well, so a lot of the handicaps that they had when they first launched are pretty much taken care of, but you know, there's still things I'm going to want to look into. I'm not going to go crazy on the RAM, so I'm probably looking at something. Oh, there's another lane all the way through here. Okay, I can just stay right there. Probably looking, you know, like 2600, something like that. 2666, somewhere along those lines for RAM. Because there's already been tests been done, and you know, going with 3000 or 4000 RAM you're just wasting money because the results that were given, and I would have to think who did. I think it was Linus Tech Tips. They tested the different types of RAM, different speeds, and they went from like 1866 all the way up to 3600 or something like that. And the results found that, you know, your best bang for the buck was like 2666 or something like that. And I forget the system they used it on, most likely an Intel. But yeah, they said that best bang for your buck, you know, you're going, if you're doing anything more than 2800 or something like that, you know, the drop off is staggering. How much you're paying for that faster speed, but not getting the results. So yeah, I mean, why go for the biggest and baddest when you're never going to be able to use all of it in the first place? So that's why I figure an i5 and 2600 to 2800 speed on the RAM should be more than sufficient enough to, along with a 1080 Ti, should be more than enough to handle any games now or down the road. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. These aren't stretched out. These are normal. Oh yeah, we're gonna fit. Okay, good. A little further up than I would think. But there we go. All done. So, I got a lot there for you guys to talk about in the comments. So hopefully you guys do partake in the conversation. And that's going to be it for now. So I appreciate you guys watching and all the support you've given me. And I look forward to doing it again soon. So, until then, take it easy.